Softball continues to be one of the most popular sports for high school and college females. Great coaching is the key to success, and tonight we honor one of the all-time greats, Linda Wells, a native of Pacific, Missouri. Linda played softball from 1956 to 1993. She was a member of teams in Kirkwood, Manchester, and St. Louis. She participated in 17 national championships and played professionally with the St. Louis Hummers of the Women's International Professional Softball League. She played 5 sports: softball, volleyball, basketball, tennis, and field hockey at Southeast Missouri State, and she actually went to class once in a while. But coaching is where Linda Wells made her biggest contribution. She coached 3 different sports at the University of Minnesota before moving to Arizona State University, helping the Sun Devils to 14 NCAA regional appearances and to the NCAA College World Series in 1999 and 2002. Her teams at ASU won 563 games. At Minnesota, her softball teams won 351 games and 3 Big Ten championships. Internationally, Linda was the Olympic coach for the Greek national team and the Netherlands Olympic team. She has more awards than we can count. And finally, listen to this. She's a member of 8 Halls of Fame, and tonight we add a 9th. Please welcome home Linda Wells.
Here you go, Linda. Linda Wells, ladies and gentlemen. What great accomplishment. Who's here to see Linda Wells? Listen to it. Look at this. You know, we celebrate the great women in sports tonight, and Linda is right there with them at the top of the list with just an amazing run of accomplishments. I want to start by picking just some of those. 1956 to 1993 as a player. Can we repeat that?
I must have been 3 when
during your time as a player, when did you realize that you could coach this game and wanted to coach this game?
I don't know that I knew so much about coaching it, but I love to play, and I love to play everything and all the time. And I want to shout out to my cousin Alan, who's here. He was one of 5 boys that lived next door. I had an older brother, and that's what we did. We played everything in the neighborhood all the time.
In the 5 sports at Southeast Missouri State. So if I get these right, basketball, volleyball, tennis, field hockey, and softball.
Yeah.
And going to class.
Yeah.
How?
Well, I love doing everything, and it was hard for me because it was hard to pick a major. I became a physical education major, but I loved chemistry and biology, and I minored in those 2 things. And I was also playing ASA softball and running up here to the city to play and then going back. And I think I just loved doing things, and in particular loved sport. And then I found out about coaching as I graduated. I became a graduate assistant at the University of Minnesota, and it was the Title IX era then. And so I had an opportunity to coach. So in 1974, I became the first woman to head coach at the University of Minnesota. I coached volleyball, basketball, and softball and made $9,400, and I thought I was in heaven.
And that's what matters, is you did. You did feel that way. And then you went, tell me about the transition to Arizona State to coach that great program.
Well, as I mentioned, I went to the University of Minnesota right out of undergrad, and I was there for 18 years, and I loved the Gopher programs. And then gradually, as the programs were growing, I left basketball because it was the middle season. I left volleyball in 1981 and continued to coach softball in '89, probably because I became a professional player first for the Chicago Ravens and then for the St. Louis Hummers. And so my career lasted longest in softball. So,
what about the international competition, the difference there in representing a country?
It's an amazing experience. I became a USA staff coach in 1985 and won a gold medal for the United States and repeated that in 1987 in the Pan American Games. And I think one of the greatest thrills I ever had was walking out to the opening ceremony of the Pan American Games. This was before softball was an Olympic game. And then, of course, getting a double opportunity to coach both the Greeks in 2004 in the games in Athens and also...
In Athens, I mean, wow.
I know. Is this heaven? I mean, really, that's... And then with the Dutch in 2008, where I retired from Arizona State in 2005 and then completed my coaching career with the Dutch in 2008. But who could ask for more?
No, you can't. Well, you also have so many people with you. So the final thing for me is that that's not really a surprise. Something that I noted in reading about you is that everywhere you went, everywhere, whether you were playing or coaching in the United States or around the world, family followed you. You could always look and find family in the seats watching you.
Okay, well, let's talk about records. This would have been my grandparents' anniversary, this date. My parents have been married 69 years and are here tonight. Yeah.
Wow.
69 years with the same woman?
On Tuesday night, I was honored to go to City Hall in Pacific, Missouri, out the 44 freeway where I grew up. And today is also Linda Wells Day in the city of Pacific. My family has always made whatever sacrifice they needed to provide support, and there's no way to thank them enough. My high school softball coach is here. I went to first grade with Linda Snyder. I played professionally with Margie Wright and Vicki Schneider. I played with Karen and Connie at Southeast Missouri State. I played with Kathy at Southeast Missouri State, and Ronnie's here. And we played with and against one another for a million years in club ball. And that's what it is. It's moments with family.
That's cool. That is cool.
And tonight they are here to see you enshrined in the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Linda Wells.
Thank you. I would also just like to say I want to congratulate all the other inductees, and I also, in addition to thanking everyone that came out here to support me, and Zach, it's your birthday, and Christy's got little kids, and everything is happening, and also to say thank you very much for everyone who came out to support each of your persons and have remained so interested even through the evening. So thank you all.
Linda Wells, ladies and gentlemen.